Oh, we've only got another room to Kelly Brook out, haven't we? Come through here. Look at this architrave, by the way. Absolutely amazing, because it's on the left and right of you and above you. Little mark right there, you turn it on, bosh, and within seconds that light has come on. That is absolutely lightning, just like the bird from Gladiators. If you do have a couple of dustbin lids, again, you've got lovely little bunk beds. You've got a lovely little 3-step Pegasus Blackadder that takes you to the top of the Pavel Nedved if you do want to have a kip. Kids can sit here and sort of play with all their shit and their stuff. So if you've got like the WWF wrestling ring, you're going to fucking have that Bret Hitman, aren't you? Get you in the sharpshooter. You actually can't get anyone in the sharpshooter because they're like solid plastic. But that was my favourite toy as a kid. I love the WWF ring. They smell absolutely amazing, even though they're not real. All in all, a beautiful room that gives you the feeling that you're inside a laundry basket that smells of lavender and myrrh. Believe it or not, I'm actually not in a spaceship helmet on a ship. This is just like a portal to let you know that you're about to go into the Robert Hoof. And this is my favourite room. This is like a secret chamber. I just feel like I'm in Harry Potter and all other things that are great. Gary Wilmot's very carefully thought about the Jamie Lannister to your packet of Dreft because you need something to hold on. These Brian McClares are very steep. Notice there are 22 Clive Tyndalls. This is the magic room inside the Robert Hoof. You've got a lovely Denver there that goes crossways in a symmetrical valley, cut inside a little hole. So this is where I keep all my Perry Groves, my Gloria Gaynors. I've got a few outfits that I'm sort of deciding on, Cat Slater. Inside here, I actually can't show you what's in there. All right, yeah. I'm going to take you bingo later. Pavel Nedved over here. This has seen more action in all of the diehards. This is where I do all my entertaining. I had a few birds over a few years ago. Faye Tozer from Stairs. It was when I was doing Die Hard the musical with Tamsin Outhwaite. And I would stand there and I'd tell jokes and they'd all be creasing up. This was around the time as well that old Tamsin was banging to Stanislavski, so she was making me call her Melanie. She was proper into method acting. Once again, the reoccurring theme of this James Ward Prowse is another junior hoilet. That is 5 bogs where you can shit on 3 different levels. This has the biggest David Gower. You could fit Yokozuna in there and Rick Waller and still have room for a couple of lemon and curds. How many David Gowers do you know where you can literally get in and do the moonwalk? And when you get out, just wipe your feet on the rug. Don't be a dirty apuff. We do not want these beautiful parquet floors getting wet and letting the moisture creep into them, creating rust and dermatitis. By the way, look at the size of this Harry Wink. You could literally lay in that. One of the great things about these Bobby Moores is that inside they've been wallpapered. So they're not just a standard drab crap piece of MDF that just has a depressing piece of wood in it. This has got flowers in it, leaves. So you can take it out, and if you are seeing a bird called Daisy or Rose, you can go to her, "You right, girl? Do you want a drink of water? You right, Petal?" We've got this Lady and the Tramp here. Now, what is unbelievably clever is actually, this is a corn on a cob. And if you put it next to the wall, that makes it Cornwall. And that's where we are. Look at this lovely Judi Dench. And we open up this window. Now look at this Olivier Giroux. We've got 360-degree panoramic views of the whole of St Ives. Now if you look down there, if you just come down here, cameraman, and just hang the old blower out, you see that little steeple thing over there? If you look hard enough, that's Big Ben. Now, one of the great things that Gary Wilmot thought about is not only can you see the sea and the mountains and Big Ben, but you can see this beautiful David Pleat, and this is known as Football Hooligan Alley, and it kicks Van Gogh all the time. So I have an aerial view of tear-ups. For years and years and years, football hooligans have been meeting on this David Pleat from all over the world. Seagulls, Brighton fans, Crewe Alexander, Fulham. You can hear songs like You're Going Home in a Fucking Ambience. It would kick off from either side of the road where people would throw Brian McClares at each other. And I'd have the best view of watching these tear-ups. I would never film it either because I'm not a grass. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And then we come over here, we've got the woman's corner. Now, ladies can sit in this chair, they can pamper their boat race, put their creams on, shave their growler, and have a look out of this window enjoying the David Dunn stood in the Rob Hoof. Now, this is my favourite part. I'm going to take you to the garden. We've got the performance area here. Everybody knows that I'm a massive fan of some of the biggest and best bands in the world like E17, Westlife and Blue. Just imagine Lee Ryan here doing his falsetto. But I'd have to say to him, Lee, can you pipe down? We have got neighbours, mate. You've also got a couple of chairs here that are light enough to throw. And with the World Cup here, This is great for when it kicks off. Gary Wilmot has left no stone unturned because it's the World Cup. He's got 3G industrial AstroTurf, and this is big enough for a 2-on-2 Wembley doubles. I could have Boosie, Mark Bright and Coisty over here, and we could do a 2-on-2. And I'd even let Ali McCoist be himself, as long as I could be Dennis Bergkamp. System up with a top down, got the city on lockdown. This gaff comes with one of the most well thought out, luxurious garden spaces in the whole of planet Earth. It fuses Kew Gardens with the Mediterranean. I literally feel like I'm inside a paella in Sicily. As I walk down these concrete Brian McClares, which is very important just to let you know, these do go up or down, depending on the person's choice and volition and vision. As I walk along here with the shadow of death, I take a look at my feet and I realise they actually need moisturising. Look at these beautiful Hugh Grants. Everything you look at is Ian Bill. We've even got an Alicia Key here that doubles up as a pineapple, which is part of your 5 a day. This is one of the most unbelievable garden spaces I've ever been in. It's got a 5-fold flat composition that just makes me not know where I'm going, but I know I feel happy. The barbecue here is a Weber 2000. This is fantastic for cooking Ricky Lakes on. But if you are going to cook a steak, and bear in mind, I was trained by Tony Webber, who works in the Spoons up in Norwich, please let your steak George best before you eat it. Give it 10 or 15 minutes. Let it breathe, let the blood run out, and trust me, it'll blow your marbles out of your swede. Each Hugh Grant offers oxygen, which I can breathe through my Danny Rose. And the air just feels so clear and luxurious. It's unbelievable. I don't normally feel this way. Probably because I grew up in a council estate full of piss in a Taylor Swift and graffiti and shit. Those were the smells I was used to. And the odd omelette and potato smiley face and beans. That's what my kitchen smelled of. That's all we had, actually. Sorry, I'm going to end up making myself cry. There's wood, there's concrete, there's metal. Look at this Spanish Gary Wilmot brickwork. I'm literally in the Mediterranean. Look at this Clark Gable, made of brass. And I love a brass. Boosie, get us a couple of Raymiers, yeah, out of the fridge. Coisty, you done, mate? You washed your bollocks? Get down here, mate, the party's about to kick off. We've even got an industrial external Kieran Dyer. All you need to do is cut down a few Alicia Keys, throw the logs in there, bit of petrol, wallop. Get a snap, flick it in there, boom! You've got a Kieran Dyer that will last all day. Great little entertainment space. This is made of real Ian Bill, painted in Rust-Oleum matte black, which is fantastic. And now I'm going to take you to my absolute favourite part, the piece de resistance, the hot tub. There's so many bottles of Lambrini here, looks like Faces back in 2003. Oh yeah, Michael Wilson's coming as well. Michael Wilson. No, the original Cobra from Gladiators. All right, boy.